Hello, it's Johnny Campbell here, the Transition Man. And if you're watching this video, then you see the title right across here that simply says, Life Lessons from the Jeffersons. Recently, Sherman Hemsley, the guy who played George Jefferson on the Jeffersons, passed away. And in looking at that show, I began to see some unique opportunities in that show for how one could create more success, more money, and more happiness in their life. Now, for those that have never really watched the show, and for those that have watched the show, I'll just recap here for a moment. George Jefferson was an African-American male who had made a decision that he was going to move up in the world and become more successful. And he chose that field of endeavor to be dry cleaning. And the show really centers around his life and his pursuit of happiness and success. And really, that's what it's all about for all of us. And that's where the life lessons really come from. See, George had a vision of what he wanted, which was a deluxe apartment in the sky. And even the song, Moving On Up, was based on moving on up in the world. And that's all that we really want in life for ourselves, is to move on up. Everyone that's watching this video wants a little bit more success, a little bit more happiness, and definitely a little bit more money in their lives. And George had a standard for that success. In other words, when George made a decision he wanted to move on up, he had a clear vision for himself of where he wanted to go and what he wanted to achieve. Then he developed some standards. And inside of these standards was where his purpose was. And his purpose was to be a dry cleaner. That was what he said he's going to do. He said, I'm going to be a dry cleaner and I'm going to deal with people who need dry cleaning services. But what's so ironic is that he didn't just help anybody. He helped those who could afford his services. In other words, he was a dry cleaner to those that could afford what he had to offer. And then finally, George wasn't concerned with time. George said, if I do just a little bit every single day toward my dreams and my goals, I'll be able to accomplish the things that I really want. And in the end, George ended up owning multiple dry cleaning establishments. And it was all because he kept a clear vision. He had standards for excellence and time. He did not allow time to control him. He controlled time by his work ethic and the things he was willing to do every single day. Now let's look at your life for a moment in the exact same way. You've got to have this clear vision for yourself. I mean, clear vision as to where you really want to go or how you want to move up in the world. Once you've got this clear vision, then you've got to say to yourself, what is my purpose in life? What is my real purpose? What is the services or things that I am willing to do to live out that vision? And you have to set a standard for living out that vision. If you set a standard for living out that vision, you become more committed, more focused, and more disciplined. And then finally, time. You've got to stop letting time control you, and you've got to control time. And you control time by doing those little things every single day that support the standard that you're living by and the vision that you want to achieve. Now, what I've done, now if you're on this page here, watching the page, a button has now appeared below. If you're watching a YouTube video or any other video sharing platform and you're watching this video, there should be a link below. And the reason I'm saying that is because what I've done is created some materials that can help you get what you really want out of life and avoid a lot of that pain, a lot of that doubt, and a lot of that uncertainty that comes with living in a world filled with chaos. If there's one thing that we can all agree on, the world has become a more dangerous place, a more scary place, and a more uncertain place. And we have to take care of ourselves first. How can we be of service to others if we ourselves are in peril? You've got to take care of yourself. You've got to prepare yourself before you can ever help anyone else. Think about what they say on the airplane. In case of emergency, put the air mask on your mouth first. In other words, you got to save yourself before you can save anybody else. What I'm offering to you is a way to save yourself. What I've done is I've created a double CD program here, double CD, called the Success Matrix, Success, Money, and Happiness. This double CD will guide you through a blueprint on how to achieve more of what you want in your life and less of the pain and struggle and setback that most of us are dealing with on a day-to-day basis. I truly believe when you have a clear vision and you're willing to set those standards and you are willing to control time, you can have what you want in your life. If you're not willing to do that, the fears, the doubts, the worries will continue to plague your life and continue to torment you. So this double CD will help you get past that so that you can start having the type of success, happiness, and prosperity that you're looking for. Along with that, I created also a time, what I call managing time manual here. In this manual, you're going to learn how to better control time. See, one of the things that people talk about is money is the most precious asset. No, it's not. It's time. Because that's the one thing that we can never recover is our time. You've got to take control of your time. Stop letting your time manage you. I want you to click on the link below here, come over to the page, and take advantage of these materials. If you're on the page, it's time to click that order button below right now, because these materials will give you the breakthrough you're looking for. I know you're dealing with stress, and I know you're dealing with struggles, and I know you're dealing with debt. But when you have a clear vision, and you have standards of excellence in place, and you are willing to control time, you can break past those things. It comes down to just you having a decision. So what you're going to do is click on that link below. Click on the link below. Come on over. If you're watching it from a video distribution platform, come on over. Click on the order button. Take advantage of these information. If you're watching this on the page right now, go ahead and click on the button. More than likely, the page where you can order has already opened up on your screen. Go ahead, take advantage of these here. And once you take advantage of those, that will allow me to stay closer connected to you and provide you with even more resources for your breakthrough. But for right now, click on the button below. And once again, I want to say to you, thank you so much for watching this video. Sherman Hemsley, great man. The Jeffersons, a model for success. My name is Johnny Campbell, the Transition Man, and I wish you all the best in your personal success, and I look forward to serving you in the near future. Click on the button below, and I'll talk to you soon.